Hey gang, John from Desert Apologetics here. One of the more common questions I get from unbelievers, atheists in particular, at least self-proclaimed atheists, is that why didn't Jesus just show himself to everybody after his resurrection and settle the question? And of course, 1 Corinthians 15 says that Jesus did show himself to up to 500 people at once. But these were all people who followed him before his execution. Now, he did a lot of signs and wonders in front of the very same people that handed him over for crucifixion. Yet they could not deal with the fact that those signs and wonders were pointing to who he was. And I often think God is after relationship. He is not after submission. He is not after fearful authoritarian power to make you recognize him. He wants relationship with us. And he will not use compulsion to attract people to him. Now, I hear about a lot of people nowadays say, well, the Lord showed himself to me in a dream and it brought me. If you talk to these people, they're usually from backgrounds, religious backgrounds, where they are seeking. They want the Lord. They're not atheists living in denial who are demanding a sign. In fact, Jesus had so many signs, then people would come up and say, show us a sign. And he said, an evil generation seeks a sign. Why is that? Because the signs were already there, and yet they continued to close their heart to him. And then the other question is, well, what about Paul? Well, if you read about Paul in Acts 26 and Galatians 1, he tells the people he's talking to in those narratives, hey, I was super zealous for God. I thought my persecution of Jews who were becoming Christians was actually my duty. So once again, he was seeking the Lord. He thought he was doing the Lord's good work. The Lord is not going to compel people who do not want him to accept him. He is not going to kowtow you into relationship. So when people ask that question, I always like to say, well, what sign would it be that you would be convinced by? Or are you just saying that because you think there can't be any real evidence? Don't get caught in that trap, folks. People who want to see the Lord just need to look at creation. They just need to talk to people who have changed lives. They just need to look at the truth of God's word. But if they don't want it, there is no sign that will convince them to come in a loving relationship with God. They may fear him, but they certainly won't come to a loving relationship, and that's what the Lord is after. All right? So continue sharing the love of God so that that's the thing they want. Have a great day.